All right, mate, the kitchen's all yours. What are we going to do?
Look, it's going to be simple, it's going to be easy, and it takes me back to my English roots and actually my dad's roots, because he's from Yorkshire, he's a Yorkshireman.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing some Yorkshire puddings with my mum's recipe.
I love it. Where do we start?
There's so little in it. We've got flour, we've got milk, a couple of eggs, and that's pretty much the ingredients. I'm going to get you to crack the eggs, pop them in the milk and the flour, get that going on.
So flour in first?
Yeah, because I'm going to just pop some little splashes of oil.
Okay.
We've preheated the oven to 225. Now, one of the big things to realise is you've got to preheat this with the oil. You've got to let the oil sit in there for about 10 minutes.
Yep. Now, do I put the milk in with the eggs?
Yeah, just chuck it all in.
Mate, listen, you've had a pretty fascinating career. You know, we first met when you were producing and, to some extent, starring in radio as well, breakfast radio here in Perth.
Yeah, I spent almost 10 years in breakfast radio between UK and here, yeah.
And before that, DJing, and then your career changes and you decide you're going to become Crap Elvis.
Now, that was an accident. that was a lost year. Me and my wife were travelling around the world for a year. I quit radio and she took a year off her job, and just before we left, I bought a $29.99 Elvis suit, which was terrible.
What?
I was accused of wasting money, so I said it's not a waste if I take it with us, of course. So, but that led me to wearing it in front of famous landmarks and then consequently getting thrown out of many famous landmarks.
But also performing, right?
Yeah, well, I ended up releasing a CD with Elvis parodies. It was a joke that got way out of hand. And crapelvis.com still exists, actually. Wow. But let me just get this in the oven because we need to get this oil nice and hot first.
Terrific. Well, mate, I think it's starting to get the right consistency. Bit of salt, a couple of pinches.
Yeah, a little bit of salt, yeah.
Happy with that? Let's go back to this career of yours. So you're Crap Elvis, then I'm going to be a hypnotist.
Yes.
Tell me why hypnosis?
I actually had a long-standing fascination with hypnosis and the mind. Originally, I learned a lot of memory techniques, and I loved how you could push your mind to be able to do something that seemed rather extraordinary, but it just came down to technique. So then when I started seeing hypnosis shows, I was like, yeah, I kind of like this kind of mind and entertainment thing. I didn't particularly like the way they, at that point, it seemed a little bit embarrassing, made fun of people, whereas I just thought if you kind of take that essence of the entertainment, but make it really fun whether you're watching or taking part. So the people on stage are like, oh man, this is amazing. So I thought, well, I can probably do that. And
it's become an amazing career, right? It's taken you around the world. I remember seeing Mike Tyson saying you're going to be the greatest thing ever. All right, so let's talk about what you're doing right at the moment, all right? So you've Perth Fringe Festival, Adelaide Fringe. 2022, you know, it's been the biggest challenging time for entertainers broadly. You don't know when your gig's going to go ahead, when it's not.
You know, over the past 2 years, I've changed my show into a non-contact comedy hypnosis show. You know, there's lots of different things that I've had to change because, of course, my show specifically relies on human interaction. You know, like there's no show without bodies on the stage with me. So we've had to make sure all that is different. But there's been some massive benefits to that as well.
Amazing. Now, do you reckon we're just about ready to go?
Yeah, we're more than ready for this.
Now, mate, you've kind of changed your diet quite dramatically.
Yeah, I have. Oh, and now, this is interesting as well. Now, today we're using kind of regular milk.
Yeah.
But actually, and I think this would make a Yorkshireman wince.
Yeah.
I've been using oat milk in my Yorkshires.
Well, Matt, look, I don't want to be the one to bring it up, but milk comes from nipples. Oats do not have nipples. I know that much with my horticultural background.
You've not met the right oats yet.
Okay. All right, we're ready to go?
Yeah, that's good. Bang these back in the oven, another 10 or 15 minutes, and they should be absolutely sweet. Oh, they are perfect. There we go.
Oh, it was all in the pour, mate. Actually, that one's a little munted, but the rest of them are pretty good. This is your mum's recipe, right?
It is, yeah.
With that little trick. How do we serve it up?
You can have them with anything, but, you know, if you want to go traditional, we could get some, well, for me it'd be veggie sausages, but, you know, peas, gravy, bit of mash maybe. Yeah.
And plate it up. It looks magic, mate. That's awesome.
Well, let's get a bit of that on there. And go on, just dig in.
Give it a shot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Woo. Oh, it's so light. Can hear that, right? Matt Hale. That's amazing. They're delicious.